Hello my friends and fellow gamers, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3 Honor Mode Edition. My name is Blue, and I am joined by my companions. We've got Will, Astarion, Lae'zel, and Shovel in our party, and leading the charge we have Luna, the Tiefling Druid. In the last episode, we cleared out part of the Goblin camp, primarily the exterior, and we also figured out the plot that Kagha is working with the Shadow Druids, and in this episode we are about to go confront her. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Before I started recording, I just did some inventory management and sold off all of the stuff that we had looted from the Goblin camp to that trader Aaron. And I also gave Luna a slight outfit upgrade, and it wasn't really even an upgrade. I just gave her the hide armor +2 that we looted from the Goblin camp. The Goblin merchant dropped it upon his untimely demise. So Luna went ahead and equipped it. I'm really excited for this fight. I always like confronting Kagha and fighting the Shadow Druids. And I think it'll be really fun with the druid that I am playing. I haven't yet decided if I want to spare Kagha or if Luna is going to be just so appalled at Kagha's actions that she'll just rip her to shreds. So we have like 5 seconds to think about it.
I sent you to Zevlor.
Oh, that line of dialogue must just be from before when I spoke to her. Anyway, I know the truth, Kagha. You mean to take the grove for the Shadow Druids.
What?
And now we notice that all of the mice that were scuttling about are actually druids in wild shape form, and they are the Shadow Druids who have been hiding in plain sight this whole time. Got some nice underboob going on.
That damn nose of yours has gone poking in our business.
Mistress Ollerton, I can explain.
Shh. No need. It couldn't be helped.
Kagha, what is the meaning of this?
You think yourself quite the spy, don't you? Go on, tell him.
I'm going to give Wrath the letter and tell him that it will explain everything.
What in the cloakwood? Kagha, have you lost your mind?
Halsin is weak, Wrath. But in the shadows, we are strong. We are safe. There is no other way.
You and Halsin welcome untouchables to your midst. You defile the grove for the sake of harmony.
Ollerton speaks truth. Who among you disagrees? Who would see this grove in ruin?
The choice is made. Kagha, burn the tainted away. Start with the snitch.
As you say, Ollerton.
Alright, so I've never seen any of these options because I've never played a druid before, so... Can't you feel how the prayer disturbs the soil and the air? The grove trembles in fear. Harmony is not a weakness, it is a balance. Strength. Silvanus calls on you to preserve it. Part of me is tempted to try and persuade Kagha, but at the same time, Kagha has just shown how fanatical she is to be working with the Shadow Druids and basically being sneaky and secretive about wanting to basically cloak the grove in shadow without consulting any of the folks that she serves, essentially, because a good leader serves her people. So I am definitely not doing Take the Grove. I'm definitely not doing that. I'm going to tell her that she seems intent on forcing me to take her life. So be it.
Oh, then come get it!
Alright, so Shovel. Can she scare people? Yeah, why not? Oh, was I supposed to choose a person rather than just selecting okay? Alrighty. I accidentally startled myself. That is really funny. That is a horrible misclick. I just kind of assumed that the scare was an area of effect. I love that mistake. That is so funny. An opportunity attack as Olodon moves away from Luna. Okay, we see an ensnaring strike go off against Astarion that he comes to, so he is ensnared. Luna is going to... I don't know if I'm going to have enough room for spike growth. Not without hitting. Well, I guess I can put it like... here? And that shouldn't hit anybody. Well, any of my allies, I mean. Let's try it. So she is going to go with spike growth, and then she will wild shape. I could do a raven. I haven't tried the raven yet, so I can try and, you know, dance around and blind people. Let's try the dire raven. It's a new shape that I haven't tried before. How much do we want to bet that Kagha is immediately going to cast Moonbeam on top of me and knock me out of it?
No holding back.
So Will is going to put a Strength Hex on Kagha and cast Eldritch Blast. That sadly misses. He's just going to back up a little bit, just because he doesn't like how clustered we all are. That seems like it's just asking for a huge area of effect. Oh, nice. Okay, so Kagha put Moonbeam onto Will. So we see Ren wild shaping into a bear and walking a little bit onto spike growth. Oh no! Aww. Okay, Lae'zel is going to Booming Blade Kagha in the back. Sadly missing. And she is going to push Kagha back into the spike growth. Nice. Poor Shovel. We see Loic going after... Who is that? Findal. That was the... oh, poor Astarion has gone down. Nice. So Findal was the halfling that we saved in that little goblin cave a couple episodes ago. Oh, Wrath casts Hold Person. That goes off nicely. So we see, who was that? Kagha? No, Pinta go into wild shape. Poor Shovel is going to cast Invisibility and just hang out. Olodon casts Ensnaring Strike on Will, who is going to move out of the Moonbeam. Where did Kagha go? Pinta, Ren... Oh, Kagha's back there. So he is going to go ahead and Eldritch Blast Kagha. That sadly misses, and then he is going to chug a healing potion. Oh, nice. So it broke her concentration, so she had to cast a new Moonbeam. And now it looks like she's looking for Shovel. Alright, so I'm going to try and... let's see. I'll just rend the vision of Ren. Okay, so they are blinded. And I'll just hold my ground. Okay, so I probably should get Astarion up, but I don't want to waste Lae'zel's turn. So Lae'zel will Booming Blade Kagha, and then try and push her back into the spikes. Perfect. And yeah, she'll just hold her ground out here. Okay, so we see a lesser restoration on the person who had Hold Person done against them. Findal uses Cure Wounds on himself. Wrath misses his attack. Luna gets... ooh, she lost concentration on spike growth, sadly. Shovel is going to go invisible again. And just kind of run away. Because she's embarrassed that she accidentally frightened herself. Okay, so we see a shot missing Will. And I think poor Astarion is just going to have to stay there. Will is going to cast Eldritch Blast on Ren, who has been blinded. Perfect, knocking them out of wild shape, and he is going to chug a potion. Oh wait, does knocking them out of wild shape count as the Dark One's blessing? Because the Dark One's blessing happens when you kill somebody. I guess it counts as killing someone when you knock them out of wild shape, because I don't think he killed anyone in this combat up until now. That's cool. Okay, so Kagha casts Moonbeam on Lae'zel. And we see that Booming Blade damage come in and knock her out of that concentration. So Booming Blade, if the target moves, they take some thunder damage, and that's exactly what happened to Kagha. So Ren is still blinded. We are going to try and blind Pinta, succeeding. So Luna is just going to kind of wrap around behind Kagha to get away from the other two druids that she's already blinded. And she is going to gulp down a little healing potion. The Raven is really strong, but the Raven only has 13 HP, which is quite sad. Okay, so poor Astarion is dead. We'll get him up a little bit later. Lae'zel really wants to take care of... Yeah, she really wants to take care of Kagha, so she's just going to Booming Blade and maybe try and push her into the Twisting Vines? Because Spike Growth is gone. Okay, so Kagha is entangled. That's good. I'm just gonna let these druids over here kind of do their own thing. Oh no, poor Findal. Okay, so Luna escapes her attack. Shovel is gonna just maintain her invisibility and stay up on the steps. Oladon, ensnares Will, unfortunately. Will is going to cast Eldritch Blast. Who do we want to cast it on? Let's cast it on Pinta to get them out of wild shape. Perfect. And yeah, I guess knocking a druid out of wild shape counts as Dark One's blessing. So that's good. Or good to know, rather. He chugs a little healing potion to heal up for 6 and stays rooted where he is because he is ensnared. Ooh, we see a plant growth going out from Kagha. And she heals herself. I'm going to try and rend her vision. Only a 45% chance of it working. And we missed that shot. But that's okay, it was a good try. Then we see Ren going for Luna. Ooh, for a critical hit, knocking her out of wild shape. Lae'zel is going to Booming Blade Pinta right in front of her. And then she is going to shove Pinta back into the plant growth. Oh, not succeeding that athletics check. Slightly embarrassing, but that's okay. Loic smacks Wrath for 6 damage. And then we see Mark Coril smacking Wrath, who then shifts into his Dire Raven form. Now we see Pinta going back into wolf form. Luna whacks out with an opportunity attack for 2 damage. Booming Blade goes off, and Luna takes 5 more damage. Shovel stays where she is. Oladon shoots an arrow at Will. Luna is going to... She's going to wild shape into... Yeah, I think she'll wild shape into a bear this time. And she will smack out at Ren for 15 damage.
Battle favors the fearless.
Will is going to Eldritch Blast Pinta, hopefully. Oh, for critical miss, sadly. He'll chug a healing potion and just stay where he is because he's still ensnared. Ooh, Kagha hits Lae'zel with a critical hit. Luna gets dinged for 13 damage. Lae'zel will Booming Blade Kagha. And then we'll Second Wind. And she's going to Action Search, just to try and get Kagha even more whittled down. Nice. Loic swings at Wrath and misses. Okay, so Markaril heals Loic of blindness. Oh, and Wrath just reapplies blindness. Ooh, Luna gets bitten for 4 damage. Shovel stays where she is. Oladon hits Will with another arrow. Luna. Luna is going to smack out at Ren. Nice, knocking them out of wild shape. 20 damage on that. Well done, Luna. And she is going to chug a little potion in her giant bear claws.
Battle favors the fearless.
Will is going to Eldritch Blast. He has disadvantage on everyone, but he'll try Pinta. Ooh, for a miss. And he chugs another potion, stays where he is. Okay, we see Kagha wild shaping into a dire wolf. Lae'zel will Booming Blade Kagha for 12 damage. Wrath is still kind of ish, holding his own against the other 2 druids in the corner. That's fine. Shovel can stay where she is. Oladon again attacks Will. Will is still ensnared. So he's going to try yet another Eldritch Blast on Pinta for a critical miss. How unfortunate. And he will continue chugging healing potions. Ooh, Lae'zel gets hit for a critical hit. We get an opportunity attack as one of the druids moves out of our range. Ooh, we smack him for 16 damage. Ooh, Lae'zel is down. And I cannot help her in my wild shape form. So this is getting slightly dicier than I would like it to. So we're going to lash out at... Let's do Pinta. We knock them out of wild shape. And we chug another little potion. Wrath is still holding his own over there as he's blinding people. Ooh, Hail of Thorns being cast on Will. I think on Will's next turn, he's going to try and revive Astarion and put him, you know, kind of back a little ways. Shovel stays where she is. Oladon attacks Luna in the back. Will is going to revive Astarion and put him right here. Can I Misty Step if I'm ensnared? Why didn't I think of that? Okay, no, I can't. I'm going to chug a big potion off of Luna. Okay. Ooh, they're hitting Lae'zel when she's down. We'll get struck for 7 damage. Luna is going to lash out at Pinta, hopefully killing her. Yes, perfect. That was just enough. Wrath takes 4 damage, and then subsequently blinds his attacker. And then the next attack on him misses. Oladon, no, thank you. Tries to hit Astarion, who dodges. Will is still ensnared. Yeah, I'm just going to cast a scroll. Let's cast Flaming Sphere over by Oladon. Maybe it can start doing a bit of damage onto Oladon. And then he is again going to chug a healing potion. I'm going to need to restock my healing potions after this encounter. Okay, so Lae'zel has fallen. Ooh, geez. Critical hit on Will. Luna lashes out at Kagha for 14 damage, taking her out of her wild shape form. And she chugs another little potion. Wrath misses an attack, or an attack misses Wrath. There we go. So Astarion is going to chug a big potion off of Luna as well. And then he is going to sneak attack against... Yeah, let's try and get Ren out of this fight. Nice, 15 damage. Then he climbs up to the high ground. Hopefully to give others a slight penalty if they want to try and hit him. Wrath, ooh, critically hits his attack on Loic. Ooh, but then gets hit and is taken out of dire, his Raven form. Our sphere, our flaming sphere, is going to try and ram Oladon. Ooh, for 2 damage, good job. Shovel will stay where she is. Oladon wild shapes into a badger and comes forward and smacks Luna in the face. Will, ooh, lost concentration on the flaming sphere, how unfortunate. Will is going to cast Cloud of Daggers? Nah. He is going to cast Eldritch Blast onto Oladon. Sorry for that awkward cut. Had a little coughing fit. And Will is out of healing potions, so he is going to steal some of Luna's. And then he will chug one. Ooh, Kagha goes back into her wolf form. Luna smacks Kagha for 17 damage. And then she herself chugs a little potion.
Cut and run.
Astarion from the high ground will hide. And then is going to sneak attack Kagha. Ooh, critical hit. 39 damage. That effectively takes her out of the fight. Good job, Astarion. Wrath gets hit for 10 damage. And then he shifts back into a dire raven form and blinds his attacker. Shovel stays where she is. Will sends out an Eldritch Blast into Oladon for a total of 8 damage. And that gives him more temporary HP. Oladon is still hanging on to the concentration of Ensnaring Strike, so for a little while longer, Will is still ensnared.
Time to push my luck again.
Luna is going to lash out at Oladon for 17 damage. She's still hanging on to concentration, though. Oladon once again shifts into Badger form and bites Luna for 14 damage. Astarion is going to Cunning Action Hide, and he's going to turn on his Sharpshooter ability for that extra bit of damage. He hits Oladon for 27, killing her, and that finally ends the concentration that had Will ensnared. And so there's only one enemy left, Markoril, I think that's how you pronounce it, over there in the corner fighting Wrath. He casts Shillelagh and smacks Wrath for 10 damage. Okay, and then Wrath ends it. Alright, so let's dismiss our wild shape. Somebody has a Scroll of Revivify. Astarion does, so we are going to cast the spell to get Lae'zel up.
Such is betrayal.
How's my target blocked?
A poison destroys its wielder.
And then Luna is going to chat with Wrath.
I pray the Tree Father nourishes Kagha's wounded soul, now that she is dead. When Kagha shirked her duty, you upheld it in her stead. Let this gift be our thanks.
Oh, I've never seen this before. What is that?
You burn like fire. You howl like wind. You are Faith Warden.
Oh, thank
A Faith
you.
Warden speaks with the authority of the four elements. When you speak, the circles will listen. Go forth, and let your might be known.
I will. Thank you. I have never seen this before. What is this? Pale oak. Druidic vines cannot ensnare you and do not count as difficult terrain. That's amazing. Alright. Yeah, let's go ahead and equip that instead. I mean, I will miss the chance of ensnaring a target, but most of the times in combat, I am in wild shape form. So let's equip Pale Oak instead. That is fantastic. I'm so excited. I've never seen this before. Before we loot all of the bodies, let's go ahead and have Laze... Oh, she can't second wind because she already did it. So let's just go ahead and short rest.
Well, some rest's better than none.
And then let's just start looting all of the dead bodies. So let's loot Kagha. We get a key in the Brood Mother's Revenge. That's a nice amulet that I think I'll give to Lae'zel. We loot Oladon and Pinta. Let's go ahead and loot Ren. I'm not going to loot Findal because he was an ally, but Loic, I will loot his club. And Mark Rill, I will loot all of his stuff. So with Lae'zel, I will give her the Brood Mother's Revenge, so whenever the wearer is healed, their weapon becomes coated in magic and deals an additional 1 to 6 poison damage. That'll be pretty good.
Looking ahead.
Alright. So I think that is everybody looted.
What did I tell you? Shoo!
Alright, so the Rite of Thorns has stopped, and Astarion
Keep your distance, darling.
remembers that one of the Tiefling kids wanted the idol of Silvanus, and so he is going to try and sneakily take it.
Something different.
I might need
Even her name tastes sour.
something from Will. Yes.
We need a plan. We need a leader.
Okay, so Astarion is gonna just jump right beside. I said you're going to try and jump right beside the idol of Silvanus. Then he is going to cast Scroll of Darkness right at his feet.
We're all at fault.
He will sneak into the darkness, steal the idol, and jump away. And doesn't need to sneak anymore. And he will hurriedly rejoin his friends before anybody realizes that anything is wrong.
Bells, it's our job to get us out of here safely, not yours.
Then he's going to parade back into the Tiefling Hideout and present the treasure. So we talked to Mole.
I had a feeling you'd be back.
And let's go ahead and give her the idol.
Thanks. See you in Baldur's Gate, I hope. Now scram. Before I get emotional.
Sorry if you can hear my cat in the background. She's got the zoomies, and she is just running around like a madwoman and just meowing. She is singing the song of her people. Okay, so the ring that we got is the Ring of Protection, which gives us a +1 to armor class and saving throws. And I think I want to give this to Will, just to give him I mean, his armor class is pretty decent, but I think I want him to have better saving throws. I think. I don't know. I'll switch it around if I want to, or, pardon me, if I think that another character could use it more. But for right now, I'm content with that. Okay, so with the Druid Grove problem solved, let's go ahead and tell Zevlor that he doesn't need to worry about the Rite of Thorns or Kagha anymore. He still needs to worry about the goblins, but at least the immediate threat in the grove is over.
Zevlor. By Delt's virtue. The Blade of Frontiers? What's happened, Will?
I paid the price of angering the wrong devil.
Believe me, I understand better than most.
A moment passes as Zevlor contemplates Will's words. He then turns his attentions to you.
I'm told the Druids have stopped their damned chanting. What happened?
I happened. Kagha's dead.
Truly? I'm sorry it had to come to this. But she left us with no choice. Thank you. We still have the goblins to contend with, but you've given us time to prepare. I'll ensure my people make the most of it. It pains me that I have nothing to give you in thanks.
That's okay, I already stole your
If you can clear
gloves.
the road of goblins, as you say, I'll ensure a reward is gathered for you.
Thank you. Alright, so with everything in the grove done, I think we can go back.
Where are we enlisted?
Actually, let's head to Waukeen's Rest and deal with the Zhentarim.
Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done.
And I don't think I actually ever looted the inn for all the food that's in there. So since Lae'zel is already lower health, if she accidentally steps into a pool of fire, it's not that bad. I'll just use a healing potion to help her get some of her health back. But anyway, the inn has a lot of food in it, so if you've never done this before, I highly recommend that you go back inside and loot all of the food that it has to offer. Right, with all of the food looted, let's go ahead upstairs, because I don't think I actually looted the room next to where we rescued Benrin. So Benrin was in here, trapped under the, what was it, the beam? But right next door, there was a chest that had some gold and the Hammercraft, which is a jump-based weapon. I've never actually done any sort of jump build. It might be fun to do, but not this time. There's also a wooden chest that has some gold in it. There's some tea and some ale. Alright, so that's all I really wanted from the inn. Now we can try and find the Zhentarim Hideout, because when we rescued Rugen and Ollie a few episodes ago, they told us where we can find their friends. So let's go ahead and just heal Lae'zel up a little bit.
What to do?
There we go. And let's see if we can jump across the fire without actually touching it. Of course, Will and Lae'zel walk right through it. The dowry was in there. There's going to be a scared little ox in that building, but we don't care about that. Instead,
This is the spot Rugen
let's
marked.
go over here.
Doesn't look like much.
And we see someone crouching behind some barrels, about to throw a firebolt at us.
The shelves, just as he spots you.
Bugger!
Let's go ahead and recite Rugen's passphrase, Little Serpent, Long Shadow.
Oh, hell, dwarfs! I thought you were Flaming Fist.
Do we look like Flaming
Down you go,
Fist?
then. They'll be on us soon, so if you're looking to trade, you best be quick. Entrance is hidden behind the wardrobe. Here's the key.
Thank you. So we see the Zhentarim basement. There are some goodies in the barrels and crates around here, but I'm not going to worry about looting those. If I want to, I'll do it off camera, but I don't feel like wasting time for it. So we find the hidden entrance, and we see a waypoint in case we ever want to come back here. And we start heading down the path when we are immediately spotted.
What's your business down here? Answer honestly and maybe we'll kill you clean.
Hold on, that's the lass who saved us from the gnolls. Let her in.
You revealed our location. That tongue gets any looser, Rugen, I'll cut it out. Come down then. Seems you're a friend of the family.
Alrighty. So we have safe passage. So all of the traps here that we might perceive are now dead, or at least disabled, disarmed. So we can safely make our way into the Zhentarim Hideout.
Get comfortable.
What's that?
The trader is down here, but first let's go ahead and talk to the leader of the Zhentarim. And I need to have a good think about whether I'm going to let the Zhentarim leave alive or kill them all here, because they are slavers and they deal in, you know, kind of black trade markets.
Even if it's Rugen. That's worth some coin. And my thanks. Our trader can show you some of our more exotic items now. But don't delay. This place is likely to be rubble soon.
Why is it going to be rubble? What are you planning to do?
Someone kidnapped a duke. Right on our bloody doorstep. The Flaming Fist will need someone to blame. I don't plan on it being us.
Fair enough. Okay, so we receive this heavy crossbow, Herald. When you deal damage to a target with a ranged weapon, it must succeed a charisma saving throw or be baned for 2 turns. Is Astarion proficient in that?
Lamps, lads! Sealed lamps! Don't want open flames.
He is not, sadly. Would a ranger be proficient in that? So I might just go ahead and respec him into a ranger if it lets me use that. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk to the trader down below. I think I will let the Zhentarim live. I usually don't. But I kind of want to see what happens if we do.
I want to see those traps in there.
Okay, so here is Brem, the trader.
Don't you cut a fine figure? Want your portrait done? If you have the gold,
no.
My pet artist will make you a most heroical likeness.
You have a pet artist?
Let's say we're his patrons, yeah? Found him wandering the wilds alone. He needs protection. And if his paintings cover our costs, so much the better, eh?
Sounds a bit more like kidnapping.
I'm open to offers, mate. Threats, not so much.
Fine. Forget the artist. What else do you have to trade?
Got some interesting stock for a friend of the family.
So, firstly, let's just quickly sell off all the crap that we looted. Yeah, I'm gonna sell the Hammerhaft because I don't plan on using it. And honestly, I'm just going to sell... No, I'll hang on to those. But I will sell the Ring of Color Spray because I just have never used it. Alright, what else have you got? You've got the Giant Breaker. Longbow. Now the Titan String Bow is really nice if you are using the Elixirs of Hill Giant Strength. I'm not doing that, so I don't need it. But it's always it's a good weapon. Let's see, scale mail. It's medium armor. More medium armor. Ooh. Is Will proficient? Sadly, no. He is not proficient in medium armor. That is somewhat disappointing. So I could take the Gloves of Thievery and give those to Astarion. But I kind of like that he has the Gloves of Archery instead. And he's usually really good with his sleight of hand checks. But I'll keep them in the back pocket. Yeah, I'll grab some nice dyes. I think I already have a black and jade green dye, so I'll just take one of those. And I'll take like 3 dye removers just in case. Yeah, I think that's I think we're good on that front. Okay. So let's go ahead and talk to this artist. So Luna might be changing her mind
may have welcomed you, but
about
I can see you're not one of her thugs.
About letting the Zhentarim run free.
You need to buy me.
Why are you selling yourself?
Selling my...
I just always love riling him up.
Not some lower city coin lad offering you a tumble. I am an artist.
Good to know.
My patron will reward you for my rescue. Tenfold, whatever ransom you pay, I guarantee it.
Who's your patron?
As far as you're concerned, she may as well be the coin maiden herself. But there will be time for questions later. Please, speak to Brem. I need to see the sun again.
All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and buy him so that he can go free, and then, yeah, I'm blowing this place to the ground. I want to buy your prisoner.
Kind of dosh line about.
Okay. Persuasion and intimidation. I have neither. I wonder, can I do this dialogue with Will instead, who has better charisma?
You got coin? Well, if you have the gold, my pet artist will make.
I want to buy the artist.
You've got that kind of dosh line about.
So persuasion. Yeah, let's do persuasion. You're insane if you think I'm going to pay that much. Guidance. Fingers crossed. Maybe? 9, 11. Nah, not quite. Let's use 1 inspiration on this. Okay, perfect.
Alright, so maybe I was fishing.
Yep.
He's all yours.
600's fine.
Don't forget to feed him. He balls something proper.
No time to rest.
Reckon I might actually miss this place.
I can't say I've ever been bought before. How much did I fetch?
Do you really want to know?
No, don't tell me. There's nothing so depressing as learning one's true value. Well, you should at least know what you've paid for. I am the Oscar Fevras, at your service.
I've never heard of you.
An affliction for which you cannot be faulted, this far from civilization. But my patron will be most grateful for your heroics. My betrothed, I should say. Assuming Lady Janeth still wishes to marry me after our little, falling out.
You recall a recent scandal. A patriarch of Baldur's Gate who wished to marry a commoner.
You're Lady Janeth's runaway groom?
I did not run away. A date was never set. There were complications. Before my fame, my patron, there was another woman. One I planned to spend my life with. But when Lady Janeth offered me a future, well, it felt only right to mention my past. Right, but unwise. I was forced to retreat into the countryside, to paint and to clear my head. To choose, I suppose.
A truly horrifying dilemma.
Indeed. One to split the very soul. But I dare not dwell on it any longer, lest I weep. And we have your reward to consider. Once I have made my way safely back to the city. Say, I don't suppose you could spare some coin, could you? Ease the discomforts of the road some.
I've already spent enough coin on you, sir.
I suppose I can endure the walk sober. Suffering has become an old friend, after all. Until Baldur's Gate, then.
Okay, so I think we're going to end the episode here because I've been recording for almost 50 minutes now. I hope you enjoyed this episode and the combat with Kagha and the Shadow Druids. If you did enjoy the episode, make sure to leave a like and a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. In the next episode, we will blow this place to smithereens. I hope to see you there, and until next time, have a great day. Bye-bye.